Hey guys, Todd Anderson back here on Select Versus with my good pal BBD. We're going to be playing some decks from the Pro Tour.
Yeah, I'm playing the Esper control list that Ben Stark top aided with, and Todd.
And I'm playing Tom Martell's The Aristocrats. Insert bad pun or bad joke. Whatever you want to do, man, it's fine. I think that Tom's deck was incredibly well positioned for the metagame. Since I think it's very great against Boros Reckoner, and that card was just everywhere in like a lot of the control decks, all the aggro decks, and the fact that it can dodge it with either like Cartel Aristocrat or Doom Traveler, like can just turn into a 1/1 flyer,
or like Orzhov Charm.
Yeah, Orzhov Charm being the key removal spell in the deck to get around it.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your deck.
So this is an Esper control deck that's like very similar to a lot of the lists that have been doing well in Magic Online recently. And the one big innovation that I really like from his deck is planar cleansing instead of Terminus.
Yep.
And I played Esper control in Cincinnati last weekend, and I had to play Detention Spheres main as a way to deal with like planeswalkers and random permanents. And it kind of just took up two spots that I didn't really want to play them, but I kind of had to. But planar cleansing just solves that problem. It's like kind of an all-in-one. It frees up some slots and lets you play some other cards. So I think that's one of the big things.
Yeah, it seemed pretty reasonable. Like, it keeps you from playing Planeswalkers and things like that of your own, or at least, like, relying too heavily on them. But honestly, I think that Planeswalkers aren't that great in control decks right now anyway, just because of how hyper-aggressive a lot of these decks are. They just don't do that much. But, yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right into the games. We're not doing deck techs this week. All these decks have been covered a lot. Like I think Martell's going to write an article about it. You should check that out. And then they did a deck tech on Wizards' website, which we'll probably be linking in the comments, hopefully, for the Esper deck.
Right.
So, but let's go and battle.
All right, let's do it.
All right, high roll. That seems like a pretty reasonable high roll, if I do say so myself. Always got a chance.
Oh, okay. We're in it.
Soul rolling.
We're in it to win it.
Oh, man, please don't. All right.
Well, it was an off-camera 5.
That was still pretty.
Really sucks that my 11 lost the die roll.
Yeah, well, you were drawn dead to begin with, so drawn pretty dead. All right. My hand's pretty reasonable. It's not hyper aggressive. Like, we don't have the champion start, but we do have a lot of cards that I think are pretty good in this matchup. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, this hand's like fine. It pretty much fits my playstyle because all the lands come into play tapped. So, But yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, we'll start off with a Doomed Traveler.
All right, I'm already on the old 20-turn clock. Go ahead.
All right.
Drown Catacomb, go. Just the way I like it.
All right, that was not a terrible draw. We'll go ahead and send for 1.
Sure, 19.
Gotcha. The beats commence. We'll just play this Blood Crypt tapped and say go.
And that was a sweet one.
Rats. Howled Fountain. Now your land's coming to play untapped.
No. So we basically can play like one of these two this turn. If we play this, it like sets us up for every other turn after this. If we play this, we're like a little behind, but we do get to play this. So it's kind of question of which. I think we're actually just going to play this and say go. We don't need to cast this yet.
Battle.
Yep, 18. He's not exactly presenting.
All right. We'll take 2 to 16, and I have the option to cast either of these two cards.
You're actually at 18, but
sure, sorry.
Yeah.
I did life totals backwards. 18 all. So I think this one's better just because it's more power right now. So we're just gonna slam this guy.
The Reckoner.
Better recognize.
All right.
Go.
And obviously we now draw that card. Would have been pretty sweet a couple turns ago. So we'll just play this island. This will come and play untap next turn and say go. And here comes the Aristocrat.
I wish. So, I think that the correct play here is to attack first, because if he plays Azorius Charm, we'll know what we're up against, whereas if he doesn't play anything, we can just assume Dissipate. So, I will attack for 4.
I think we want to play this Azorius Charm on his Boros Reckoner. So just to preserve our life total a bit.
So just to be clear, we could have done this pre-combat, or like played this pre-combat and then had this as an option. But I don't think that we actually wanted to do that. We do want to save this for a better threat later in the game, I believe. So we will just cast a Lingering Souls, get 2 spirits, and I'll play this tapped.
Sure.
I'll use Jared. Oh no, my mic fell off. All right, we got some spirits. Go.
Draw. All right. We'll just play this and pass it back.
All right. So he knows we're drawing the Reckoner. So he could have a multitude of things here. I think I'm okay sending. I assume he's just going to resto to try to block.
Yep, that's right. I am.
All right. Before blocks, we will Orzhov Charm it, and I'll take 4.
Yes.
All right.
So you go down to 14. I'll take 3. I go down to 14 as well.
No, I should be at 16. I played.
No, you played one of those on taps.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
sorry.
took 4. Yeah.
I'm really bad at maths.
So we're both at 14.
Yeah. So I think I'm still just going to sandbag this card, and we're just going to flashback the Lingering Souls and just assume that he's going to Wrath, which we're more than fine with. Well, that's a lie. We don't want him to Wrath, but we know it's coming.
My go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't actually
have a white mana or a Wrath.
We don't actually have the capability of Wrathing here, unfortunately. So
I'd buy that for $1.
I think we definitely need to play a land that comes to play untapped so that we have access of doing this and this or this both times. The question is whether it's which of these two we play. He has 5 power in play right now, so
you're at 15, right? I think I attacked you for 3 last turn. I think you were.
Yeah,
18.
from 17 to 14.
You were at 17.
I took 1 from Doom Traveler the turn I was always trying to Boros Reckoner.
Okay, yeah,
I think
sure.
you missed that.
Yep.
So
just want to make sure
I think we have to play this just in case we draw Planar Cleansing. We need to be able to cast it, so we'll take 2. And I don't think it change. Right. It doesn't change our clock with what he has in play.
Put you to 12.
I'm at 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. It's a little gross, but gotta do what you gotta do.
So I guess it's probably Snapcaster Mage. All right, so let's try to figure out what he's got. So the fact that he took 2 there means I think that he probably has a 3-drop spell and a 2-drop spell. So it's probably something like Ultimate Price plus Dissipate. It could also be a Snapcaster, but that seems less likely that he would take 2 damage because he can still Snapcaster plus Azorius Charm. So we're going to play the Cavern of Souls that we sandbagged, and I'm going to name Vampire, and we're going to cast Falcon Wrath.
Sure.
Since the only thing that we're really afraid of is Azorius Charm, but then we can still, just play it next turn with the Cavern backup. So we'll just go ahead and send with everyone.
I'll think twice.
All right, no Terminus. That's not in your deck.
And that's pretty bad. So let's see, how many are we taking this turn? We're taking...
That's 9.
That's brutal. Yeah, I'll take 9.
All right, 3. And I will say go.
Flashback them twice.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, we have to draw Supreme Verdict this turn is our only out. So, draw. Nope, we're dead.
So you needed what? Verdict plus Devour Flesh?
Yep. I have Devour Flesh, but
yeah,
the Verdict. So. All right, I'm up this time.
Yep.
Man, I want to keep this hand so bad, but I can't. It just doesn't do anything. So,
all right, we're gonna keep ours. We have a couple different cards that are tough for him to really interact with, so that's nice. Again, no Champion of the Parish, so we're not really all that aggressive, but our hand's still pretty good.
Yeah, we have to keep this hand's really bad though. Go. I wouldn't say it's really bad, but it's not exciting at all.
Right. All right, start off with Doom Traveler. Your
Sure.
turn.
Draw. Go ahead.
Well, not a couple draws that we would necessarily want, but we're fine still. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, that card doesn't really do much at the moment, so we'll just keep sending for one.
I really hate to do this, but we're just never getting value out of this card anyway, so.
Okay, so we'll get a Spirit. I'll gain a life. I'm up to 21. We're going to go down to 19. No, never mind. I have Isolated Chapel. I'll just play Isolated Chapel, and I'm going to cast Lingering Souls here instead of cast the Boros Reckoner because he can just Wrath me, and I think I'd rather him hit half a Lingering Souls as opposed to an entire Boros Reckoner. So,
all right.
Plus, if he plays Augur of Bolus, he can still chump block.
Yeah, we're just going to take 2 in Wrath.
Yeah, perfectly okay with that scenario.
Go ahead.
All right, so you're at 17?
Yep. And like I could save Devour Flesh for the post Wrath, but he still gets a Spirit off the Doom Traveler anyway, so we're still not getting value out of it. Like, it's definitely not a card we want to keep in post board against him.
All right, so we have a lot of options here. I'm not positive on what the best one is. You have how many cards? 3? All right, we are just going to take 2, and I think cast Champion of the Parish and Boros Reckoner.
Okay.
Not really a combo, but go ahead. It's a reasonable amount of power.
We're just gonna Spring Verdict again.
All right, they're dead, Jim.
Go ahead. I don't think it's worth trying to hold on for more value. We just want to preserve our life total as long as possible. Hopefully, we can draw into like a Sphinx's Revelation or something big. Something to go big.
So since he does have wraths and spot removal and stuff like that, I'm just going to flashback a Lingering Souls and cast a Knight of the Infamy.
Okay.
And play a land. Say go.
You have 1 card?
2.
Alright. He still unfortunately has 2 cards. Yeah, I'll say go. Part of me wants to use this just to draw a card, but it's probably worse than saving it, so.
Huh. Let's see. A few options here. I guess this is probably the correct play just because it's the most amount of pressure and it's unaffected by Wrath if he has a Snapcaster Mage next turn. So we will attempt a Falcon Wrath Aristocrat.
Alright, we definitely have to dissipate that.
Alright, dissipate resolves, and then we'll crash for 4. If he wants a Snapcaster trade with the Knight here, that's like he's not going to be able to Snap Verdict, so we're fine with that. He can't Charm it, but he can kill it with Ultimate Price, I guess.
I think we're going to dramatic rescue a Spirit, just kind of
gain some life. So you gain 2, lose 3, so you lose
16.
1. Yeah.
So that just buys us like a ton of breathing room, even though it's a card disadvantage.
I mean,
cards
if you're
like
just
Sphinx's Revelation provide the advantage we need anyway, so go ahead.
All right, let's just hope he doesn't have Sphinx's Rev. All right, let's do it again.
Sure.
All right, attack for 7.
Let's always charm the Aristocrat.
All right, I'm more than happy to just let... Oh, wait, no, it's going to get milled. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
And either way, I assume you're not getting it back, so...
Yeah, all right, take 3. All right, so you're at 13?
Yep.
All right, you're up.
Drown you.
I lose Aristocrat and 2 lands.
All right.
Go.
Well, at least the Aristocrat's gone. Draw.
We definitely want to just make sure that it goes back on top, so because there is a play of him using Drown Yard on himself to try to hit Think twice. So if we just sacrifice it for no reason, then he can just Drown Yard himself and go dig for Think twices. All right. This is kind of a techie play. I actually like this. I'm gonna try this out. All right, so we're gonna Orzhov Charm back Champion of the Parish.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Silverblade Paladin, pairing with Knight of Infamy, putting a trigger on this guy, and then I'm going to swing and hit you for 6.
All right, I'll take 6. I'm at 7.
And say go.
All right, I have to drown myself here, just to hope to hit a think twice.
I really wish I could think of a good Lady drowning herself story.
Next card is Supreme Verdict.
Yeah,
That's why you don't drown yourself.
That's pretty rough,
Yeah.
man. I feel bad for you.
I'm sure you do.
I don't feel bad for you.
Draw. Yeah, we're dead. So.
Right.
I don't think this matchup's actually that bad. I think the mulligan hurt us pretty bad, but
yeah. Just not drawing a Sphinx's Revelation in the top like 20 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. All right, so we're gonna move to sideboarding. Talk about that real quick.
All right, so I don't really have a lot of sideboard options for Todd, unfortunately. None of these cards that we have over here are very good. Like, he doesn't have a lot of targeted spells, so Witchbane Orb doesn't do anything. Same with Duress, same with Negate. Like, his deck's almost all creatures.
Yep.
No graveyard interactions, takes away Rest in Peace, and these cards are more for, like, the control matchups.
Yeah, I do have Lingering Souls, but I don't think that's... I mean, it's worth noting that I do have some graveyard interaction, but it's not enough to warrant a Rest in Peace. Like, your Think Twices are
more important than your...
Than,
like, you have Orzhov Charm and a Lingering Soul. Like,
yeah.
So, Angel Serenity seems really good against this deck.
Yep.
It's basically just another Wrath and also a threat at the same time. And Gloom Surgeon is just kind of the best of what we have left.
Mm-hmm.
Because
well, you might want a Memory Adept instead, now that I think about it, just because like you're trying to just Wrath over and over again, and having something like Memory Adept to maybe recoup cards, it's like a 5th Sphinx's Revelation. Like, it's not as like overwhelmingly powerful, but it could just be like a card draw engine. I occasionally bring it in when I'm trying to just like Wrath or 1-for-1 my opponent to death, so...
Yeah, I mean, that is fair. I think I'm gonna stick with the Gloom Surgeon though, just because it can block like champions and Silver Blades and things like that.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
And then these cards are just awful against you because
I have Doom Traveler, Lingering Souls, Doom Traveler make Devour Flesh look like a joke, and most of my big threats are multicolored.
Right, exactly. So
yeah. As far as my sideboarding is concerned, Boris Reckoner is much better against creature-based matchups. It's not so great in this matchup because he's the only thing he really has to interact with me combat-wise is Augur Bolas and Restoration Angel. Restoration Angel just eats the Boris Reckoner anyway, and Augur Bolas can chump it, and I just get to do 1 damage, which is irrelevant. More often than not, this is just going to get Wrathed away along with a couple other guys, and it's not a human, so it doesn't really interact well with the other things. The 2 Skurzak High Priest are much better in the aggro and aggro matchups, where they're not going to have ways to be able to deal with a 5/5, but against you just have like 6 or 7 Wraths or whatever, so it's much harder for this to actually get online. And Zealous Conscripts is just okay. Like, you don't have Planeswalkers for me to steal, so I'm leaving 1 in and just boarding 1 out. And then Sorin Lord of Innistrad is a Planeswalker that generates a lot of value. It's pretty tough for him to deal with other than with Planar Cleansing. The 3rd and 4th Lingering Souls are sweet. The 2 Obsidots are going to be really awesome since they're impossible to Wrath away, and none of the removal in the format really hits it very easily. Azorius Charm is going to be the one that hurts it the most if I choose to attack, but if I suspect Azorius Charm, I could just keep blinking it out and let it come back and just keep draining him for 2. And then we have 1 Mentor the Meek, which is going to come in and just try to draw some cards in the early game so that a Wrath is not as devastating. All right, so back for game 3. Post-side boarded.
Yeah, even though I'm down 2 games, like, I actually don't think this matchup is as bad as this played out. I've drawn a lot of the cards that are pretty mediocre, so...
Yeah, I agreed.
Haven't had Sphinx's Revelations or the like. We'll keep this hand. This hand's fine. We finally have one of these, so our land's actually coming to play untapped, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the rest of our hand's, like, it was a little bit slow, but since we're on the play and his deck's not, like, super fast, we should have time.
Yeah, this draw is reasonable. It's not overwhelmingly powerful, but it is resilient, which I think is what we want in this matchup, so I'll keep on this.
Okay, go ahead.
We could obviously use a few reasonable top decks. Start with a Doom Traveler, say go.
Ooh, that's a spicy number there. Yeah, I think we're just going to jam that guy.
No.
Go. Gloom Surgeon.
All right. We are going to play a Cartel Aristocrat and say go.
Nice.
That guy's actually quite annoying.
Yeah, he kind of shuts down Todd's hand here, at least thus far, so I'm pretty happy about that. Go ahead.
All right. Well, that was a good draw. If he wants to counterspell this, I'm fine with that. But we're gonna go ahead and try to kill that guy, just so we can get in some damage.
Hmm. Yeah, I actually think we are gonna just dissipate that.
Sure.
So.
In order for me to get in some damage here, as well as have a guy that can get over, I'm gonna sack this to the Aristocrat to give him Pro Black.
Sure.
We're gonna get a Spirit. I'm gonna attack you for 2.
Sure. I'll go to 18.
And then I will play a Blood Crypt since I go.
Sure. It is exiled. We're just gonna pass.
All right. So a little afraid of Wrath, but I don't think there's a whole lot we can do about that. That was a very good draw. We are going to attempt a Silverblade Paladin and see what happens.
Your Silverblade resolves.
All right, I will pair with a Spirit, and we will just attack for 2 in the air.
Okay, I'll go to
16?
yeah, I'll go 16.
All right, and we'll play Godless Shrine and pass the turn.
All right, so I will think twice.
Sure.
Draw. And I'll think twice.
Sure.
Draw. Let's draw for turn. It's not a bad one. Just gonna say go.
All right. So I assume here he's just going to block the Silverblade if I attack with everybody, which I think I'm okay with. My suspicion is that he has a Snapcaster Mage, so he can Snap Dissipate, and if I don't really do much that worries him, he's just going to flashback a Think Twice. So, yeah. All right. We're just going to go ahead and crash with everyone. I think we just have to try to deal as much damage as we can at the moment. So
I will block Silverblade Paladin.
Sure. All right, so now the choice is, my guy's going to die regardless. So I think what's going to happen, what I want to do is I just want to let damage resolve. Like, I can sack this to the Aristocrat if I want to, so he doesn't mill more cards and maybe hit some Think Twices. Although I think that it's better to just make sure that he can't Azorius Charm the Cartel Aristocrat. So we're just going to pass, and you're going to take 4 unless you have effects. And then if you do, then I'll change my stuff. So first strike damage.
So actually the cards get exiled.
Oh, so. Sure. So that's fine then. All right.
All right. So exile 2 for first strike.
All right, and then you take 1, and then you're going to take 3 more.
Yep.
All right. So
and
you're going to take
more cards.
Yeah, take 4 total down to 12. Silverblade down. I'm going to play Cavern on Spirit, and then we're going to cast Obsidian and drain you for 2.
Yep. I'm at 10.
Put you to 10, and then I'll blink him out at the end of turn.
Sure.
So go.
We will flashback a Think Twice.
Okie doke.
Draw a card. Play a Think Twice.
Okay.
Draw a card. Draw for turn. So we're at 10. Going to be at 8, probably less next turn. Play this Drown Yard. I think we just passed the turn here.
All right, well, I smell Sphinx Revelation coming on, so we're just going to try our best to kill you.
All right, so I'm at 8. You're at 24.
Yep. All right, draw. I really don't want to attack with Obsidian, but I still want to try to get as much damage as possible. So if I attack with Obsidian and he Azorius Charms it, I'm not even sure that's all that bad. We're going to play Voldy the Archangel, which is mostly irrelevant in this matchup since it's likely he's going to kill me with Drown Yard and not anything else. So, all right, we're going to attempt a Lingering Souls. And I assume it's going to get countered by a Snap Dissipate.
Nope, it doesn't.
Okay. All right, so it's unlikely. I mean, it seems like he's just going to end of turn Sphinx Rev, untap, and cast a Wrath. So I don't really want to flash this back. What we are going to do is, let's see. I don't really want to attack with this because of Azor's Charm. So I think what I'm going to do, because if he Wraths next turn, if this is on top of my deck, he's not going to get hasted. So we're going to sack one of the tokens to this to give it protection from black, and then we're going to attack.
Okay.
All right, and I'll swing for 3.
All right, I'll take 3.
All right, puts him to 5. All right, so if you rev for 3, you go to 8, then you Wrath. This comes in, you take 2. All right, so I can't kill him next turn if he has a rev into Wrath, but I think I do want to just force him to Wrath next turn, so I think we are going to cast another Cartel Aristocrat. I think we'd rather have the Lingering Souls than the Aristocrat and say go. And then I'll blink this guy out.
Yep, I'll rev for 3.
Yep, so you go up to 8.
1, 2, 3.
I'm glad I wasn't talking about rev for an hour and then just looked like an idiot. When he's like, yeah, I got nothing.
So those are kind of bad draws. Like, yeah, we're in a little bit of a rough spot here. Obstacle comes back. We're at 6. Yeah. We definitely will play this. Yeah, no cards in hand.
All in, baby.
Yeah, I think we just have to pass the turn here and play like some number of these.
Okay. Are you, you have 7 cards?
Yeah, I have exactly 7.
All right, so I'll come in. We'll drain you down to 6.
Yep, 6 to 26.
Draw. All right, so I can threaten mostly lethal. If I flashback Lingering Souls, I can give both my Aristocrats protection from black before I attack, and then attack with just these and the spirits. And if he wants to try to Azorius Charm them or like Snap Charm them or something like that, I can sack additional spirits to keep them in play. And then I still think I don't want to attack with this just because Azorius Charm feels like the only way to make this go away long enough so that a Wrath doesn't just kill him. So I think I'm going to flashback Lingering Souls to start with.
Resolves.
All right, we get 2 spirits, and I will give each of these protection from black.
Sure.
And then we'll attack for 6. I guess I'll play my land first, and that way I can activate Vault. I don't know. Like, you do have Angel Serenity and stuff in your deck, so it's possible you could just kill me with that.
I'll play Snapcaster Mage on Sphinx's Revelation.
Okay.
And I'll block Aristocrat with it.
Okay, I will sack one of the spirits for Pro Blue.
Sure.
All right. So you're going to take 3.
I'll take 3 down to 3.
Should be yeah, 3. All right. And I will end a turn, or I guess I'll vault and I'll gain 5. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So you get a 31.
Yep. And then I'll end of turn trigger.
Sure. I'll rev for 2.
All right. So you're gonna go up to 5.
Yep.
All right. Your
Draw
turn.
2 cards. 1, 2. And draw for turn. Sweet. Okay. So we're still drawing live. That was a good series of draws. Really, what we needed to hit. Begin by attacking for 2.
All right. I'm at 1,000,000.
Yep. Play Isolated Chapel. And we'll Wrath.
Okay.
And then we'll play Augur.
Sure.
And 2, 3. Oof. Yeah, we'll take Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah, obviously.
And we'll be done after that.
All right, send you to 3.
So 3 to 31.
Man.
So thanks to that revelation, we're going to be able to not get drained by Obsidat for the next, 5 turns or whatever. Pull us out of range of that.
All right, at this point in the game, I think that if he has his Azorius Charm, we're going to lose anyway. His Rev's going to gain him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 8. So the question is, can my Obsidat drain him for 8? But I can, even if he charms it, I can still just cast it next turn off the cavern. So it'll be like the same as if I don't. I'll just basically lose whatever the top random card of my deck is in exchange for his Azorius Charm. So we'll attack.
All right, I'll block, and then I'll Azorius Charm.
Sure.
So, go. All right, untap. Draw. Drown you.
Oh, yeah, that was dumb. All right. Yeah, okay. That was just terrible. I forgot. Don't think I would have won anyway, but...
Yeah, I think we actually had another revelation as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I think between 2 revelations, I gained enough life to race you with John Yard successfully. So
yeah, I think so. All right. Well, I might have misplayed a little bit that game. I don't know. Gloom Surgeon was kind of kicking the teeth. You might want to just board in all those.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to board in all 3 of those. They were surprisingly effective. I also kind of want I'm not sure. I kind of want Jace just to be able to mill you fast, because Obsidat could actually just be a problem if you never attack with it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't consider that as a serious issue, but that can definitely be a problem. And maybe I don't want this, and I just want Jace instead of that card. I mean, it does gain me life, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Can see that.
Maybe Angel of Serenity is just not the answer.
Well, it doesn't deal with Obsidat, so
yeah.
If Obsidat's the only card you're afraid of, then Jace might just be better.
So yeah, it might be. I might want this and this
over those 3.
Over those 3.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
We'll try that out. I mean, Dramatic Rescue is another Azorius Charm for Falconwrath Aristocrat, but I guess yeah. I'm gonna try this out. See how it was.
All right. Good to be on the play. Let's hope we open up with a champion and some humans.
6.
I think this one was what we call a sneep.
That's pretty gross. This end's fine.
All right. We're gonna take 2, cast Champion, and I'll be done.
I'm gonna take 0. Play this. Go.
All right. Not much to do on turn 2, so we'll just crash for 1.
19.
Your turn.
Find that to be acceptable.
I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my
Old
sweet
Augur Bolus.
heart. Sure.
Getting in, doing some work. We will cleanse the plains.
All right. We will play
Champion of the Parish.
Mentor of the Meek.
Ah.
Put a counter on this guy and be done. Hopefully this guy will be able to draw us a few cards. Just a few. I'm not a greedy man.
I disagree with that. You're pretty greedy. Go ahead.
It's not very nice of you to say.
Pretty greedy.
I'll attempt a Lingering Souls and watch it dissipate.
Dissipate.
Of course. Bash.
Block this guy.
All right.
17.
Go.
Draw. So I do not want Mentor drawing cards, which means attack you for 1.
Oh no.
Supreme Verdict.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Go.
He dissipated my flashback spell, and I didn't get to draw any cards, and all I'm drawing is land. Woo! Go.
Oh, wow. Him passing the turn there is
good, you would say. If I had Obsidat, you might be dead. Is that what we're saying?
We're saying that, yeah.
Okay.
That could be what we're saying. I'll go to 15.
All right.
Go.
Alright, so that means he's probably got Snapcaster Mage for his Dissipate, so we will attempt a Doomed Traveler.
Results.
Alright. Unfortunately, I think I have to name Angel here on this cavern and say go.
Angel?
Yep.
That's interesting. I'll think twice.
Alright.
And flush.
Yep. I think I'm going to lose this one, boys.
This one looks pretty promising for us at this stage in the game.
Would you like to cleanse the plains of my 1-1?
Let's go. I think I'm fine. I think I'm
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cast it here. I think I have to force him to use the Wrath next turn.
Sure. I think I want to just Azorius Charm his Resto Angel.
And I drew some more lands.
And I'll take one. I'm at 14.
And I get drowned.
Yeah.
Go.
Draw. Oh. Huh.
Is it gloomy?
It is gloomy. Go ahead.
So dark in here.
It's super dark in here. Block.
All right. No one. Now I have a blocker. Or a flyer. Go.
Yeah, if you want to block when I attack with Gloomstortion,
I was thinking about
more than okay with that. We'll think twice.
Sure.
And flush it.
Yep.
Back. Bash.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take it.
Could we win with damage this game, boys?
It's possible.
Certainly possible. Go ahead.
Infamous.
The Knight. Yes.
Attack for 2.
Yes. 12.
Go.
Oh, Revelation for 4.
And that's game, boys.
16. 1, 2.
So while turns may continue in this game, the game is actually over.
Basically true. My hand is pretty stacked. We'll send on in.
Yeah, I'll take it. All right, 13.
13. I actually don't want to do that. We'll just go to discard.
Sure. And we drew another land. Attack for 3.
This is a play I don't see very often. Restoration Angel, my Gloom Surgeon. Alright, back for a deciding game 5.
My hand is more than acceptable. I'm glad to have it, as it were.
I will keep this hand, but I'm not super excited about it.
Alright, taking 2 damage. Champion of the Parish, your turn.
Alright.
Perhaps he will make Brian perish.
Go. Oh. Perhaps
Take it. We'll play Knight of the Infamous.
That's
and
pretty good.
crash for 3 damages.
Yeah, 17.
Your turn.
Well, I think I get this sweet old Gloom Surgeon. Go.
Man, hate that guy. He's much better against me than I thought he was.
Yeah, I'm surprised how good he is. Like here, he is.
All right, we will just cast Lingering Souls and say go.
Nice. Fine with that.
Guy just brick walls my whole damn team.
I am surprisingly okay with that.
Oh no, I should attack for 3. If you want to excel 3 cards, but I missed it. It's fine.
Go.
It's like mostly
well,
irrelevant.
Might as well make me XL 3.
I have drawn a land almost every draw step. I'm getting very frustrated. Oh well. Oh, there's no reason to play that, I don't think. Yeah, there is, actually. Alright, we'll cast Cartel Aristocrat to trigger this.
Yep.
And I will attack What are these?
Yep, we'll block this.
This?
Yes.
That means we're getting the Nike's wrath out of us.
Yeah.
All right, take 4.
13. Yeah. I don't know about that old Schneike thing, but
Go.
Todd's favorite shoe brand. Schneike. No, that's actually bad. I just don't want to mill cards, so he knows we're wrapping him, so
Yeah. Okay.
might as well not exile one ofs or something.
All right. Can I draw a good spell? Oh, is that another land that I drew? Oh, weird.
It'd be sweet if it was.
All right. Linger.
Yep.
Cranberry time. Go. I would love to draw a Sorin or an Ubzidot or another Lingering Souls.
Number it up.
You want to mill me?
No. I will
Rats.
draw a card and mill myself. Go.
All right.
Drawing a card every time with Jace.
I quit. All right, we're done.
Yay! We somehow managed a three-game comeback. So
Somehow. So that was deflating.
that was inflating.
Oh, Brian Balloon-Duin.
Yeah. I started rising like a hot air balloon.
Yeah. You can see every time he won, like after the first 2 losses, he's just like, this can't be right. This can't be that bad of a matchup. And as he's winning, he's just like, yeah.
I actually was like, taking some helium, make my voice really high.
Anyway, so the matchup I think is pretty close. In the last 3 games, I felt like my draws were like decent in the early parts of the game.
Like you had really good opening hands.
Yeah, my opening hands were all good, and then I just drew a bunch of lands and died.
Yeah.
And when I draw lands and Brian has access to Sphinx Revelation, things aren't going to end so well for me.
I was pretty happy when I drew a bunch of lands because I cast Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah.
So.
Both the decks seem pretty sweet. I was very much impressed with the Aristocrats deck on camera in the top 8. I definitely think it's a deck you want to try out, at least like an FNM or whatever. Lots of cool interactions with the Aristocrat cards and like Doom Traveler, Skurzak High Priest. Not necessarily good in this matchup, but I think it is good in other matchups. Zealous Conscripts with both those seem pretty sweet as well.
And one thing I want to say about that deck that I really love about it is it's like so customizable. Like depending on how the meta shifts, like there's just so many cards you can like swap in and out. Like Sorin, like if you're playing against an Esper control heavy meta, you just put Sorins in the main deck. Like
may just go up to 4 Lingering Souls main deck too. Just
exactly. So
seems cool. Yeah, I don't have much else to say other than that. But the match was fun. I enjoyed playing against BBD once again. Still can't beat him to save my life. Even starting off 2-0. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll
appreciate it.
See you soon.
See ya.